When I started this project, I had a lot of ego about it. I had a certain kind of aggressive methodology that I thought would work because I was convinced that my ideas were sound. And everything that I've learned in the ensuing 14 or 15 years since beginning has taught me that what I really need to do is stop and listen to my fellow human beings, listen to the aina, even more importantly, understand what it wants from us as people who are working with it, because the truth is that it can tell you everything you need to do. You just have to shut up long enough to hear it. Hello, my name is Seneca Klassen. I am the founder and chocolate maker and lead farmer here at Lonohana Estate Chocolate. I came to Hawaii to work with cacao specifically because I had already tasted some Hawaii-grown cacao and I thought it was extraordinary. And now that I've been working with cacao in Hawaii for as long as we've been doing it, I'm more convinced than ever that it has incredibly unique and beautiful expressions of what chocolate can be like. So I think that there is no better place for me to grow cacao and make chocolate than in the Hawaiian Islands. I think what it inspired me initially was twofold. Was on the one side, a pursuit of flavor, and the second thing, and kind of equally importantly, was social justice or equity, really. Chocolate globally is quite an exploitative food crop. I wanted to find ways personally to try and resolve that, and this seemed like a good way of tackling it. It turns out that the best way of growing cacao in a lot of the places that we want to grow it, specifically on the North Shore of Oahu, it really requires a regenerative agroforestry approach.
I'm Duke Morgan, farm manager here at Lonohana Estate. Ag in Hawaii is pretty awful as an industry as far as sugar and pineapple goes. So coming back in, restoring what would have been a lowland native forest, and then getting an economic crop out of it as well is probably the highest pinnacle of local ag here. Reestablishing these lowland forests, we're seeing runoff is much lower down into the ocean. We have bird species up here that wouldn't normally be able to live. Bats in the area, the list just goes on and on.
So I think anytime we see local food producers who are taking an agricultural product and doing the value add locally and making sure that that value doesn't get sent far, far away, and that instead it recycles in the community, that it actually enhances and spirals up through the community of Hawaii people right here, I think that's always important. We're trying to build a local product that has global reputation, and that's not in service of like us and our brand and making me wealthy or bringing a lot of money into this particular company. It's about establishing the premise that Hawaii is the kind of place that can produce this incredibly fine food product that is as good or better than anything else that exists in the world in this category. Right now, we're at this crux where in order to be effectively a productive cacao grower, you kind of also have to be a manufacturer. Here at Lonohana, one of the real motivations for our own growth internally is just to be better support for other growers so that we can outpace our own growing and really need to buy from other really fine resources. A lot of people outside of Hawaii can't understand the pricing that's necessary to grow the crop here in the islands. So it really takes a local manufacturer, especially one that also goes farming, to relate to how much it costs to produce that crop and value it appropriately in the local marketplace. It's important for there to be little companies like ours that are doing this work on both sides, on the farming side and on the manufacturing side. But in the future, I really see us becoming more of a hub and spoke type operation where we can bring inputs from farmers and help them just focus on that. I would love it if there are people who just want to go farming and they have a market for that cacao in a local space that respects its value. Cacao is a really good crop for Hawaii's future, and we believe in it, and we really want to push that forward. So that's a big mission of Lonohana, is just to make sure that this is an intergenerational project. Yeah, it's something for the future. It's not just about us and what we're doing right now. We're trying to set out a model that can be expanded on. Come see us. Come visit us here at the factory at Queen Street. Find our bars all over the island. Go to our tasting room and find ways to interact with what we make because we think it's beautiful. We want to share it with everyone. That's the whole point of this.